Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Caitlyn Rose Does. I'm Caitlyn and today we are going to be playing with this LORAC palette. It's their California Dreaming palette. First off, oh, just look at the packaging. It's so cute. There are butterflies and gems and cats. I love cats. Aside from the packaging being so flippin' cute, these shades are also to die for. Also, excuse me, mine's a bit dirty. And it also does come with a really great mirror. I am going to include swatches of the palette right here. I do like these eyeshadows. I like the other LORAC eyeshadows too. I have their LORAC Pro 1 palette and I think that one is just great, and I think this one is too. Their eyeshadows are pigmented and buttery. The only complaint I have is that they can be a bit powdery, but I can easily overlook that. Overall, I do like this palette, and for being a high-end palette, it was only $30 and you do get 12 eyeshadows, which is a pretty good deal for high-end. For the second part of this video, we are going to be doing the look I'm currently wearing today. It's more of an everyday look than the ones I've been doing on my channels. Notice that there's no false lashes or anything, and it is paired with a more pinky lipstick just so it can be a little bit more color on the face, but nothing crazy, so you could wear this everywhere you go basically. But I hope you enjoy the video. Please subscribe and keep watching to see how I did this look. The first thing we are going to do is spot conceal the face. So I'm going to put this where I have the worst trouble, and I'm going to cover up this scar right here. And I have some redness on my chin, so I'm going to do there too. I'm going to take my dampened Real Techniques sponge and just blend it out. Also, the concealer I'm using today is the Wet n Wild Photofocus concealer in the shade Light Medium Beige. So now that that's all blended out, I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. foundation serum. This is in the shade Light Medium. For this look, I would have originally used a BB cream, but I recently ran out, so this works. I would just recommend using a foundation that only has light coverage because that'll make the whole look seem more natural. Or if you have a BB cream on hand, I would recommend using that too. So I'm going to pump it on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to blend this out using my dampened sponge as well. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go back into the Wet n Wild concealer and just do my under eyes to make sure that my dark circles are covered up. I'm going to set my concealer using this NYX HD finishing powder. Because this is more of a natural look, I am going to just save us a few steps so then it can be more for every day and you could easily do this on your way to work. I'm going to take this e.l.f. concealer and then use it as my eyeshadow base. Now we are finally going to go into the LORAC palette. We are going to use the shade Cozy and just set everything we just did. Now for our transition shade, we are going to go into Button. I'm just going to take it on my Morphe crease brush, that's the M441. Now I'm going to go into the shade Bonfire. I'm also going to use this as a transition shade, but I'm also going to buff it into the crease a bit. Now what I'm going to do is take my Wet n Wild crease brush, and I'm going to take Overcast, and I'm just going to focus this into the crease to just add a little dimension to the look without getting too intense. Now all we're going to do is take another flat shadow brush, and we're going to go back into Cozy and just pack that all over the lid. Now all we're going to do is go back into the crease and just blend some more using a crease brush. Now I'm just going to take a small brush like this and take Button and put it all along the lower lash line. I am going to take my Morphe F48 brush and just dip into Sandcastle a little bit and use this as a brow bone highlight. And then I'm also going to take this same brush and go back into Sandcastle and just do a little inner corner highlight. Now today I am going to skip the false lashes. All I'm going to do is curl my eyelashes and then also apply some mascara. The mascara I'm using today is the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. I have a problem where my eyelashes are like stick straight. They hate curling and it's so annoying. Now we're going to move back onto the face, and I'm just going to take my NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I'm just going to color in my brows a bit lighter than I normally do and just add a little definition, but not make them crazy sharp or anything. That's all I'm going to do for my brows today. Besides putting in clear eyebrow gel, I'm going to use the Rimmel Brow This Way gel. Now, seeing this is an everyday look, I'm going to go into this e.l.f. Total Face Palette and just use the colors in here because this will be a little time saver trick and you won't have to open or carry with a lot of single hands. For bronzing, I'm going to take this Morphe M527 brush and just go into the bronzer shade. Now I'm going to take this Morphe E4 brush and I'm going to grab this shade in the palette and use that as my blush. Now I'm going to take this Real Techniques brush, it is a setting brush, and I'm just going to go into the highlighter shade. For the lips, I'm going to use this Maybelline lipstick in 015 Born With It. I am using this color because it's nice and pinky, but it's not too crazy intense, and it'll just go well with the eyes while also just adding a little bit of color to the face. I do really like Maybelline lipsticks. I actually have more Maybelline lipsticks than I do any other brand. Well, that's all there is to today's look. It's more natural than anything we've done on my channel yet. I do really like how this look turned out. I think it's just really girly and pretty, and you can wear it every day. You can wear it to work, school, and it's not crazy intense. I do really like this LORAC palette. The only problem I have with this palette is that they are a bit powdery, the eyeshadows, but overall that's not a deterrent for me because I still think that they are really good shadows. They are pigmented. It's easy to deal with a powdery shadow as long as it's not too powdery, but these aren't. Overall, I like this palette and I'm going to keep playing with it. I believe I'm going to do my next video as a more darker look from this palette, maybe a more like going out to the club sort of deal. But I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please subscribe and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.